Done. The test circuit is also complete, so we will do what? We will test it. So launch ADE L, and now what we used to do? First click on analysis, choose. Okay, so transient response, give the stop time as 5 milli. Give the stop time as 5 milli. Now, so in your ADE L window for transient response, give the stop time as 5 milli and click on moderate accuracy. Click on apply. Okay. Now click on DC. Save DC operating point. Click on component parameter and then select component. Now which component do I need to select? The V bias component, because it is the one who's having the DC bias, right? So I'll click on the first option, then click on OK. Get back to choosing analysis. So this has been selected, and the sweep range should be 0 to 2.5. Why? Because the ground is having 0 volts and VDD has 2.5 volts. So I'll click on apply. Now AC response, I'll be clicking on frequency. Start and stop range for our frequency sweep should be 100 to 100 giga, and the sweep type is logarithmic. The moment I write logarithmic, it will ask how many points per decade, so there I have to give as 20. So I'll click on OK. Okay, now I'll choose the input wire and the output wire. Okay, so done. After that, I'll just netlist and run. Okay, so now this is my response. All the 3 responses are there: transient, AC and DC. So from the transient, okay, first let me just change the graph properties. Let me change the background color to white. Alright, now I want to focus on the transient response first, so I'll just after selecting this transient response, I'll click on this cards option, so it will just focus on the transient response. If I want to go back to all the 3 responses, I'll click on the wand option. That is actually auto but looks like a wand, so remember that. Now go back to, I want to focus on the transient response. Now what is the first thing? You split all the strips. Since these are dotted lines, so first we will change them, make it as solid. Width, I'll make it thick so it's visible to us. Let the color be green. Now the output should be, again the style should be solid, width as thick, and color, let us have it as blue. Okay, done. So now from this transient response, I have to figure out the gain calculation. Since we are dealing with amplifiers, we have to do gain calculation. Okay, so gain calculation will be done from the transient response. Alright, so this is the crest. Okay, so I'll bring my cursor to this peak value and I'll press A. Okay, pressing A and B will mark the points required and take the difference between the two. So I pressed A. Now I'll bring my cursor down at this part and I'll press B. So I'm just taking what is the difference. So if you can see over here, this point is A, this point is B, and I have to note down the dy value. Okay, can you see this dy value? The value it says as 9.928 millivolts. So you need to note down that value. Okay, so my dy of V in, okay, this is my input curve. Dy of V in is 9.92 millivolts. Alright, now I need to figure out what is the dy or what is the change in my output. So I'll bring my cursor to the peak of my output curve and I'll press A. Then I'll bring my cursor over here at the output curve and press B. Now it is showing the dy or the difference in the output. So I'll note it down. Dy of V out is equals to how much? 7.47 millivolt. Okay, so I'll note that. Again, that is also in millivolt region. Now what is gain calculation? AV equals to V out by V in. So I will just do that same thing. So I'll take the help of a calculator. Since both are in millivolts, so I don't have to worry. Millivolt will cancel out. So what was the value for my V out? 7.477 divided by the input value was at 9.92. So V out by V in, the value I am getting as 0.75. This is your gain. Now if you do remember your common drain concept, the ideal current, the ideal gain of this amplifier is ideal value is 1 for gain, but that is the ideal value. Practically you will be getting somewhere around 0.70 to 0.80. Okay, so I'm getting 0.75, which is good enough. So done, gain calculation is done. Now it's time to check the bandwidth. Okay, so bandwidth I'll be checking from the AC response. So I'll click on AC response. First I'll just change the graph properties. Okay, I'll change the background color so it's visible to all. Okay, so now before I maximize and do other stuff, I'll just click it, select AC response, then I'll go back to my test circuit. Okay, I'll go back to my test circuit, and from that test circuit I'll click on the output wire. Now I'll click on the output wire. After I have single clicked on the output wire, I'll press escape from keyboard. Okay, I'll press escape from keyboard. Now, okay, so before we do that, one step I think I missed in the flow. Okay, so I'll click on this AC response, then I will go to my ADE L window. From the ADE L window I'll click on results. Note this step down, it's very important and students tend to forget it. So after clicking on the AC response, click on results in the ADE L window. Okay, then from there click on direct plot. From the direct plot click on AC dB20. So what are the steps? First click on AC response, get back to the ADE L window, click on results, then on direct plot. From direct plot click on AC dB20. After you have done that, now click on the output wire. Okay, now click on the output wire. So I've clicked the output wire and now I'll press escape. Now see, it has changed. Okay, earlier on it was not in dB20, it was showing here magnitude. If you just go back 10 to 20 seconds back, you will see that change. So now I'll focus on this. I'll click on the cards option, and then I need to make it visible for you people. Solid, width should be thick, and since this is the output curve, so I'll make it in the color of blue. So done. Now from here, see, this is the starting point. Okay, so I'll press A. What is it saying? Minus 2.41. So I have to figure out the minus 3 dB point. So where should be minus 3 dB point? Somewhere at minus 5.41 only. Okay, from here at this place. Now press B. Okay, now press B. Now at this point, can you see that has become the cursor is looking like a small hand? Okay, now at that point press V. Okay, press V from keyboard. V for vertical. The moment you do that, a vertical line will drop at that particular point. Now you come over here on point A and click on it once. Now press V on that point. So two vertical lines have been dropped. Can you see this value at the bottom? So for this vertical line 2, I can see the frequency over here is 100 Hertz. And the frequency over here, the moment I'm clicking on V1, is 459.27 megahertz. So this is 100 Hertz. This is 459.271 megahertz. F2. Okay, this is my F2, this point, and this point over here gives my F1. F2 minus F1 means what? Bandwidth. So you do that calculation, you will get the bandwidth value. Okay, now that you have got the gain value and the bandwidth value, you can multiply both and get the gain bandwidth value. Okay, so in your lab records you have to show this calculation, how you got that gain value. Okay, and what is F2, what is F1, difference of that is my bandwidth, that you have to show as a calculation. Then multiply both gain and bandwidth to get the gain bandwidth product. That is your actual answer to this particular experiment. Okay, so you have analyzed these two. Okay, not much is required of the DC response, but when you're taking the when you're supposed to take the printouts, if you do join the college right now for this semester, like nobody knows what's going to happen because of this pandemic. So when you will be taking the printouts, at that point you have to take the printout of your DC response as well. So again, always remember, in amplifier experiments, gain calculation from the transient response and bandwidth calculation from AC response. Okay, so from AC response, what we have to do, I'll show you again. Okay, the difference I'll show, that's when you'll understand. Okay, see, now focus on AC response only. See, both the curves are there. V input is also there, that output is also there. And see what is on the y-axis, what is written, magnitude in volts. Okay, what did we do after those steps? We converted it into dB. Okay, so how to do that? Select on your AC response, go to the ADE L window, click on results, direct plot, AC dB20, click on the output wire, not the pin, not the name, output wire should be clicked. Okay, then press escape. Now see the difference. What is written over there in the y-axis? VDB. Okay, so that is what we have done. Understood? Getting the point? So now this is the end of your common drain amplifier design. And as I have already told, that after completing your common drain and common source, from design to testing and simulation. Together we will learn how to get the layout done. Okay, together we'll learn how to get the layout done. So this is it for today's session. I hope you have noted down all the steps required and remember them. Okay, so this is all for today. Let's wrap it up.